Welcome to my presentation on factors that influence students' academic performance. I am Faith Arthurs. Every year, there is a primary school examination where the Standard 6 students are tested on their knowledge about different topics in math, social studies, science, and language. Grace Primary has been known to be a top performer in these examinations. According to D. Moody, 2012, Grace Primary topped the 5 performing schools in the primary school examinations in Belize. In 2006, they topped 3rd in the primary school examinations in Belize. But ever since then, we haven't been in the top ranks again. So what may have caused this sudden decrease in our school's academic performance? I believe the parent, the teachers, the environment, and the students influence academic performance. First, we're going to discuss the parent involvement. The parent involvement is vital to the child's performance and success. The parent should be aware of the child's needs and support them in both academics and behavior. Next is the teacher. The teacher is viewed as a role model for each child. Also, the teacher is knowledgeable about the capabilities of the child, what he or she can do or can't do, and then she works to strengthen the weakness in the child. The teacher has to prepare different lessons to engage the student in daily activities and to interact with the student on a personal and social level. Next, we're going to talk about the environmental involvement, more specifically, the physical environment. When the physical environment is distracting, students have trouble learning. For example, my school is in an area that has a high crime rate due to numerous gangs. Young men often loiter around the court, smoke drugs, and talk obscenely, which distracts the students and keep them from performing well. Furthermore, we have to talk about the students' involvement in this whole process. They are the main subject. We revolve around them. However, students need to be involved in their own studies. They must interpret and understand what was taught by the teacher and learn to motivate themselves to do well. Now, here are the reasons against. Some might say the parental involvement does not influence academic performance. This is possible, but the child would then rely heavily on the teacher, a mentor, or a stakeholder to fill that role. Parents are the foundation of a student's mental and physical well-being. If they are involved and encouraging, a student has a higher chance of performing well. Still, others might argue against environmental influence. There are instances of children who are naturally bright despite their physical environment. They would approach the teacher for help and focus on their education despite their physical environment. However, these children are still influenced by their environment and must face additional obstacles that they don't need to in order to succeed. Last but not least, one might argue that students negatively influence their own academic performance. Despite a teacher, parents, or environmental support, a child might fall to peer pressure and ignore their academics in order to follow a bad influence. However, in this case, a teacher, parent, or stakeholder can step in and steer the child back into the correct course. As seen in all the above battles, parents, teachers, and the environment are necessary to influence a student's academic performance. As quoted by D. Asweta, 2012, Grace Primary, she knew that her students would make it. She also knew that quite a number of her students did well in the examination. She mentioned that it involved a lot of practice and it required the teacher to make creative activities to involve the students. She also mentioned about the parent involvement, and with this all on board, everyone will succeed. In conclusion, if everyone is on board, teachers, students, and parents, it will all work out. Thank you, and this is the end of my presentation.